Hello, welcome to Certified Jams. Today we're talking about the song Larry by the band Buffalo Tom, and I'm going to tell you why it's a certified jam. Oh, so good. All right, so Buffalo Tom is an interesting band. They never really broke and exploded in the way that a lot of bands do. They kind of fly under the radar, but they're one of my all-time favorite bands. And this record in particular, "Let Me Come Over," was sort of like the soundtrack to my high school years. And in a big way, when I listen to it, it just like brings me right back, and I love it. So they first got on my radar when I think I saw the music video for the song Velvet Roof. That's the first time I heard them, which is from this record. And then I immediately got it on cassette, listened to it over and over again. I got their second record, which is the record before this one, Bird Brain, listened to that one just incessantly and loved it as well. And yeah, they just are a really unique band. So they're a three-piece. I think they're from Boston. Their first two records are a lot more sort of punk influenced, and I think that had a lot to do with this guy named Jay Mascis, who has a band called Dinosaur Jr., and he produced their first two records, and they have a much more sort of gritty punk sound. Whereas this record, Let Me Come Over, has a much more sort of acoustic, classic rock sort of inspired sound, and it's kind of a much different record. They're all great, but this record to me really stands out as sort of a classic. I just love it. It's such a great blend of acoustic guitars with electric guitars. They're a three-piece, so really stripped down. Just Bill Janovitz, the lead singer, plays guitar. There's a bass player and then the drummer, and they just have such a great sound. This song to me though really stands out. It just has like such a great feel to it. It's emotional, but it's sort of a faster, more upbeat song, but just like such a stunning song. And it just like makes me feel a very specific way. And I love songs like that, where it immediately brings me back to a moment in time and just makes me feel something. And yeah, this song, every time it comes on, I listen to the whole thing and I'll listen to it over and over. It's just amazing. So yeah, let's get into the song. We can sort of listen to it. And as we go, I'll talk about certain moments that I think are amazing or why I think it's great. So yeah, this is Larry by Buffalo Tom. So good. So already you get a sense of the kind of dynamics of the song. It's really interesting. So sort of this distorted, sort of heavy, but still kind of melodic guitar. So he's just playing like open chords with a electric guitar. And then this like really bright acoustic guitar kind of comes in the right channel. So it's this interesting blend of really distorted electric guitars with acoustic guitars sort of taking the forefront, and then these drums that sort of come in the bass. It's really interesting. Creates a really cool sound. I heard an interesting thing where they had finished this record and mixed it, and then one of the members heard the album Nevermind by Nirvana, and it sort of was blowing up at the time. And then they went back and completely remixed the whole album to sort of bring up the guitars and make it a little more heavy, which is interesting. So I think originally maybe it was a little more subtle. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's keep going.
Shut my eyes, all the world drops dead. Now's the time, friend of mine.
so good. So right there, you get a sense of like how they are able to create those sort of emotional sort of feelings where the vocals are just sort of soaring, amazing sort of tone, and then it just sort of like I don't even know how to describe it. It just creates this like really amazing feel, and it's such a simple song. Like you almost can hear this song as just like one guy with an acoustic guitar playing it, like in at a campfire or something. But because they've got the electric guitars and the drums and the bass, it sort of creates this really full sound. And then I love the way that his vocals are sort of like treated with like reverb, and they're sort of like, I want to say the word soaring, but I don't know if that fits. But they sort of they just like really elevate the song when he's singing in the chorus there. It's amazing.
Get out of bed, wipe the sleep from your eyes. My heart and soul are in your Now's the time, friend of passage to passage from your deadly mission. We told that cat to
Oh, oh man, it's so good. One interesting thing about these guys is so they've got I think like 9 albums. This is their third record, but they're pretty prolific. They've got a lot of records. Their last album came out in 2018. But I actually Bill Janovitz, who's the singer, songwriter, guitar player, was on Mark Maron's podcast, WTF, a few years back, and it was really interesting just for him to talk about the early days and sort of being in a band of this size and all that sort of thing. But he actually talked about how now he's actually a real estate agent and is very successful at that. So they sort of had like a run as this like popular indie band in the 90s, and they're still making music, but it's definitely not like how they're primarily making their living, which is really interesting. It's really hard to make a living as a musician, especially nowadays. So it's interesting to hear a band that's been around this long, and it's sort of still just like a side gig for them, which is interesting.
Now's the time, friend and now's the time,
Oh, it's so interesting. Oh man, what a great ending. I love how when it ends there, you can really hear how many guitars there are. There's like 3 or 4 layered guitars, like electric, creating. There's like the feedback, and then there's sort of the primary electric that's playing the rhythm. Anyways, just really, really amazing. So such a stunning song. I love it so much. Every time I hear it, it just like brings me right back. Anyways, really underrated band that is worth digging into if you're into guitar music, this sort of singer-songwriter heavy guitar bands. I really recommend checking out Buffalo Tom. Really appreciate you guys watching. If you like this song, chances are you'll like other songs I talk about on my channel, so check it out, subscribe, like the video. It really helps. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks very much.